Hey guys, this is Kawaii Life Antonio here, and well, it's kind of a bit of a problem going on as I have some problems with Walter Salmon's cartoon crossovers. You may know this user as the one who posted these 1 second of every insert company here, show, or movie, or these sticking tongue out videos of various characters for some reason. But Walter Salmon has many problems that might as well needed to be learned there. For starters, it claims that movies, animated ones specifically, were supposed ruined because they were exclusively on streaming services. Even on ones that were intended for streaming in the beginning. This right here is just plain ridiculous. Complaining about films not being on theaters, given how his most popular video, with a total of 3.9 million viewers, was about Luca on Disney Plus instead of theaters. Given how probably, even though that it was kind of bumpy for Pixar, there was a reason why films like Soul and Luca were moved to Disney Plus due to the whole 2020 thing. And hey, at least they get to be in theaters again, even though, for what I've been hearing, the marketing could have been better on Soul. Marketing does matter. Just take a look at Ruby Gillman, which barely got marketing, and it honestly deserved more marketing. Because Universal didn't market that movie well, and it led to being a box office flop. It needs to be said there, they aren't ruined. At least be grateful that they are accessed on at all at this point. Unlike some, oh my goodness, Driftwood and Scoob Holiday Haunts, at least they get to be accessed on a streaming service at anything at all at this point in public access, instead of, not being able to have public access at all, like the two I mentioned. Just because a film is moved to streaming or became a streaming service exclusive or is a streaming service exclusive in the beginning is ruined? Really? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that the film itself is at least accessed. However, I honestly would love to see those being distributed on physical media. I mean, for the love of goodness, Claws, that absolutely deserves a home media release, as well as Nimona. You just shouldn't call these movies as ruined. It really is just kind of confusing at some levels because, at least they are accessed in a way. They may not be in theaters or cable television, but at least they're accessed publicly in a way. Now, another problem I have is that, he did a reaction video about Cartoon Network Studios being officially dead. Well, it actually isn't, because Cartoon Brew did that article, which led to a lot of panicking, as it wasn't true. Cartoon Network Studios was just being moved, and That also goes to stuff like the WB Ranch, which moved to that new building, which was done by Frank Gehry, and it wasn't a Warner Bros. Discovery move, and it's best not to blame Zaslav because of stuff like this. But this right here is my biggest problem with Walter Salmon. So, as you can see, a post. You see a post? It says, random pieces of the Cartoon Network logo formerly on top of the Cartoon Network Studios building in Burbank. $300 to $400 local pickup from Burbank only, and a link from eBay. Well, you see, you think that it was done by him? No, this was copied. This was copied by CN Schedules. From what I checked, this was literally copied by CN Schedules, and it is best not to do this. You shouldn't copy other people's posts like this without permission. It just does not feel right. And it feels very concerning in a way. Here's another example. It says Scooby-Doo Gremlins Gateway coming soon, and it has the picture. So, and there's also the link of the video. Well, if you take a look at the video itself, it's literally the exact same saying. Scooby-Doo Gremlins Gateway coming soon. Barely anything else. No different information, not talking about the article itself, not being interested if it will be good or not expressing thoughts. It's just kind of pure laziness and copy and pasting. It's just copying and pasting these articles, and that right here just does not feel right there. To just copy these articles like that. It is just quite concerning in my opinion. Pardon, but here is one more example. And this time, this is from Regular Capital. It said Dexter invaded Adult Swim's airtime, so Rick decided to invade Cartoon Network's airtime. Well, as you can see right there on the next picture I'm going to show, Walter copied the exact same post from Regular Capital. Yeah, it's like that he claims that this is his, but it actually isn't. It is from Regular Capital. It is from these other users. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't copy other people's articles like this without crediting them. It is just not feeling right at this point for what Walter is doing. It is very concerning, and I honestly hope he learns his lesson about this, to not copy these. Overall, Walter really has some problems, and hopefully he will learn his lesson on these, because you shouldn't copy these articles like this. Maybe you should stick to those 1 second of everything videos and those cartoon crossover videos, which I gotta say are really impressive. It's just that copying those articles like this, it just does not feel right at this point. Maybe it's best to not do these copying articles anymore and just focus on those crossover videos for the better there. If learning a lesson there to be desired, if that would make things in a different take. Because copying these articles without crediting those people like that, it is just concerning to my liking, and it is best not to do this at all. You should not copy other people's posts like this and claiming it like it's yours. It just does not feel right there. Overall, I just hope that Walter learns his lesson from all this, because these things that he did, claiming that films, these types of films are ruined because of streaming, even though it isn't, even though streaming has this one main flaw. It just does not feel right to me, and hopefully it will probably change there in the near future, if possible, to listen from all this, because doing this stuff just does not feel right. Anyway, guys, that's all I gotta say at this point. Walter does have some problems. Hopefully to learn those lessons there. But it's not going too much, just that copying these articles like this, it's just not a good idea to do. In my opinion there. Anyway, guys, this is Kawaii Life Antonio. Signing off. Peace. Stay cool.